You're now listening to the Shipper's Toolbox, presented by Refund Retriever. Hey guys, it's Brian from Refund Retriever. Today we are here. Billy is here with me, beside me. Say hello, Billy.
Hello, Billy.
So today, June 7th, there was a statement from Fedex that came out about their relationship with Amazon.com. That's kind of interesting. So basically they said they made a strategic decision not to renew their Express U.S. domestic contract with Amazon.com. So reading this, their U.S. Express, does that mean they're still going to use some of their ground services? That could be. So, it says they're going to focus on serving the broader e-commerce market. Just a little recap of this news release says, any existing contracts between Amazon and FedEx, other FedEx business units are not impacted. So FedEx ground home delivery still might be used by Amazon. This doesn't mean, I think, that they're not killing it completely, and also freight. But they said, FedEx said that Amazon.com is not their largest customer, and they said it represents less than 1.3% of the total FedEx revenue for 2018. And we know their revenue in 2018 was $65 billion. So even at 1.3%, that's still $850 million worth of business done by Amazon. How much of that was Amazon Express versus all of their other business units? Not really sure. So you could read a little bit more into this or read not as much into it, honestly. Billy, how many times in the last few Amazon packages do you remember delivered to your house was it FedEx?
It seems that most of the packages that I'm getting these days are either stuck in the mailbox by the post office or they're actually being delivered by Amazon's employees.
Yeah. The ones that we get here in the office that I tend to notice, more of them are delivered by Amazon delivery service. The ones to my house, though, if they're small enough, they come by USPS. But the larger ones, seems like UPS. Like when I drive home in the afternoon, there's always a UPS truck turning onto my street for some reason, and coming to my house because we order a lot of Amazon stuff. But I don't see a lot of home delivery. I don't see a lot of FedEx Express or FedEx Express or home delivery trucks. Mainly it's UPS. So, looking at this, what do you think about this, Billy?
I think that FedEx was tired of Amazon pushing on their prime rates, because I think that's where Amazon's losing the most money, is the cost to ship stuff in 2 days or less. And they were leaning really hard on FedEx for those rates. And FedEx said, we're tired of this. If you look at today's, if you look at the stock market, actually FedEx got a bump. So did Amazon. So I think everyone knew what was happening with Prime. And I think...
Yeah, let's take a look at that stock rate real fast. So looking at, Friday afternoon, stock markets are closed. Looking at this, FedEx actually went up 1.17. So I think that wasn't even that. Let's look at what the percentage was exactly on that one real quick. That was a 0.75 or 0.75% bump. UPS had a 0.23% bump, and Amazon had the biggest bump. Their stock price went up 2.83%. So I guess a lot of people, they like FedEx saying this. This came out today. I don't see a time on when this came. Did this come out after the market closed?
It's been out there a couple of hours, I think.
Yeah, so the market should have adjusted for it. After hours closing, though, it shows it has gone down a little bit for Amazon, and there's no after hours market for FedEx and UPS that I can see, but it looks like people like this change. One thing that I think FedEx, in my personal opinion, is tired of all the rumblings about Amazon delivery. And I think if Amazon delivery services were actually a legitimate offering that is available right now, they wouldn't be using FedEx or UPS. So I think a way for for these two carriers to kind of kill a potential competitor is to kind of cut the knees off Amazon right now. If they can't deliver their own packages, how can they start their own competing service? What do you think of that?
I think they're going to buy FedEx. I think that they know that Prime is their biggest thorn in their side. I know they know that FedEx and UPS are experts in delivering packages that fast, and I believe that that Amazon is going to expand their logistics, whether that's in house, but we see they're messing up there. Obviously, they, like you said, they wouldn't be shipping with FedEx, or they're gonna buy one of the pros.
Yeah, and that's a very big possibility. FedEx is the one that they would buy. They wouldn't go after UPS because of the labor aspect of it. All the unions with UPS, Amazon's not a big fan of unions, so I think if there was somebody that would be bought, it would be FedEx. But I don't think that they would honestly buy that big of a logistics service provider initially. I think they might look at buying one of the smaller regionals. There's many of these little regional carriers. That's it. It's to be kind of like a test market for Amazon. Why not buy in Texas, Lone Star Overnight? They already have somewhat of a operation going here. There's a lot of LSO trucks running around, and you know what? You have a few major cities that are within 3 to 4 hours of each other that you could put fulfillment centers in between each of them, and you could have those LSO trucks going up and down, and you don't have to buy a national carrier. That you buy FedEx, you're buying independent contractors doing small home delivery and ground rates. That's a whole nother aspect of it. You're buying an infrastructure of airplanes, the FAA. You're going into so many other government run aspects of it. Why not buy a little regional carrier to see if it works? That's what I think that they would do if they ever did that. To me, that says now they're getting serious about it instead of building their own thing. Because there was that article that came out where they were offering to Amazon employees to basically quit working for Amazon to go start a logistics delivery company for them, where they would supplement them, I guess, buying trucks and getting started and stuff, and just deliver for Amazon. So I don't know if that was kind of a publicity stunt that showing kind of a posturing, if you will, but that's a lot of infrastructure to try to build from scratch that is probably only been done in the U.S. by a handful of people, and those handful of people work for FedEx or UPS. You had what was that one? Oh, never mind. There was another one that FedEx had bought that was based in California, and they built this little one, and it got absorbed. So it's kind of, I don't know. it's kind of a weird statement. I don't know what to think about it.
I know that Amazon likes to experiment. You see what they do with drones. You see, they even have, you've seen in the news how they have these little, basically like robots that will actually walk the package up to your door.
Yeah, there was one on the FedEx website recently that showed delivering it.
So definitely, I think.
I think if somebody saw the FedEx robot walking down the street, they just go steal the entire robot and pry it open.
I'm sure, but I'm sure. So I think Amazon they'll experiment with something. They're going to experiment with something in the logistics area, and I think that's why both sides were able to walk away from this contract.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting, kind of what comes out in the next few weeks with this. I mean, and also it says doesn't impact any existing contracts between Amazon and they still have a contract with Amazon and FedEx. So, how long that contract is, who knows? Typically we see contracts from smaller carriers that up to like 2 years in length, but Amazon might have been a little forward thinking and knew that they were going to be a competitor and knew somebody might want to cut them off and made a longer contract. This couldn't even come into effect for years. You really never know what this says unless you're Amazon or FedEx. So, all right, Billy, any closing thoughts?
Keep an eye on Amazon. Always keep an eye on Amazon.
Yeah, maybe invest in UPS.
Yes.
All right. Thanks a lot, guys. Hope you have a great day. Thank you for joining us on the Shipper's Toolbox. If you have any questions, visit our website, refundretriever.com. Feel free to reach out to us, 800-441-8085, for anything related to your FedEx or UPS invoices. Have a great day.